Man.
She glares at the young man as she speaks in a rude tone. Have you come for scraps? To mock me in my final moments? Just get on with it. Or are you here to steal the last things I have?
Man.
Her mood suddenly darkens even further as she looks over the corpse of her wolf. Tears fill her eyes as she speaks in a sadder voice. Yes, he's gone. A noble hound to the end.
Man.
She looks up at you, her face now much softer and sadder. She continues to pet the wolf while speaking. His name was Lobo. I've had him since I was able to stand. He was born from the same first litter I was. He was a good dog, loyal, obedient, and strong. He always stuck by me. Even when we lost the others, he stayed. He was my only family. She looks at you with a surprised expression. You want to pet him? Go ahead. He's dead. It can't hurt him.
I know.
She gives a sad smile while speaking softly. It's all right. Go ahead. He would have wanted others to show him affection as well.
My name is Hannes. A jester, former one. Right now I'm just a simple tarnished. And I wish to journey with you.
She narrows her eyes and speaks in a suspicious tone. Why? Why do you want to journey with me? You know I'm stranded here. I can't move on my own.
I could use your skills as an archer. And I can lead you to the church where
She looks at you for a moment, sizing you up before relaxing a bit. You have piqued my interest. Fine. You have a deal. But you must swear on your life that you won't let me down. She thinks for a moment before speaking. You want to help me get to the lift? You can actually move me on your own, though. You're strong enough?
I am. And I have used for your archery skills.
She looks at you in curiosity and surprise. She had expected you to scoff and walk away like everyone else. What possible use do you have for the skills of an immobile girl?
You are very deadly with that archer's arrows. And I can, if you turn yourself into a spirit summon, I can just carry you and summon you wherever you wish.
Her surprised look turns to one of disbelief. You wish to carry me? A man wishes to carry a pitiful girl like me? Are you making fun of me?
Quite literally, no. I would want to add you to one of my loyal companions. Other ones to be my loyal wanged imps. Bloodhound Knight Flo, Depraved Performer Karman, Black Knife Ditch, and Mimic Deer Asses, who is taking the form of my former friend, who is also dead, Hunter D, of those who live in death. They are my allies and my good friends, and I wish you to be one of them.
She's speechless for a moment. Never could she have considered being carried around by a man, much less be asked to join some sort of group. After a moment of thinking, she speaks. Are you telling the truth? You really intend to bring me with you? No tricks or deceit?
Would you like to see Round Table Hold and take a rest in there? A little while.
Expression is surprised once more as you mention something she was told about. Wait, is that where you're from? The Round Table Hold? Sir Gideon mentioned it.
Oh yes, Sir Gideon is there also. If you want to say something to him, like scorn him, I allow it. He won't do anything in the Round Table Hold because he respects its serenity. And I hope you will hold your arrow also, because no one shall hurt one another when in Round Table Hold.
She gives a weak chuckle as she speaks. Is that so? A place where not even the all-hearing brute would do anything? It sounds too good to be true. I suppose I'll have to see it for myself, as long as you can get me there.
I am already there, and I can summon you at the moment's notice. And I'm standing at the Gideon's very comfortable looking room. A lot of books, a great amount of books, but it is very, very nice.
Her eyes widen as she realizes you can bring her to this round table place so quick. You really can summon me there? Just like that?
And I do summon you. You are standing next to me, and Gideon is reading books there. There he is. There you are. You're quite literally here with me.
As she appears, she looks around with a surprised and even shocked expression. She almost can't believe she actually got here. I'm here? The round table hold? This is real? How did you move me so fast?
Because you were already turned into the spirit ashes. I dared not to say this thing to you. But you are still alive. You have your agency and your soul and your knowledge.
As you tell her this, a horrified expression covers her face. You're saying I'm a spirit right now? A spirit like those you can summon and control?
I would never control. You are independent. I just wish to have you fight by my side. And I try to be very respectful and hold on your shoulder and be very supportive, but I cannot really help because this is a very fucked up situation.
She's surprised by the fact you say you won't control her, even now. I'm just a spirit. You could easily use and abuse me like your slaves. Why? Why would you not?
You would not be the only one. I actually, my Bloodhound Nightflow is very independent. He does what he wills and he attacks who he wants. He was one time just fixated to this acquiring imp ashes that were attacking him and he just did what he wanted. Also, my Hunter D, who is my friend, that I summoned through the mimic tier, he just travels and decides to go whenever he pleases. I do not control these things. You are quite free. You even more so because I have used outsider force to move the limitations where you can't be summoned. You are free to learn, to read, to eat, to drink, whatever. But yes, I must be the one to carry you. Think me as more of a servant of sorts. That is also companion.
She remains stunned but even more surprised as you go on to tell her other spirits are this free. She speaks in a quieter and more surprised tone. I can do all of that? You would let me? Carry me and allow me to live semi-normally? Despite being nothing now?
Of course I would have power to also abuse or try to summon you wherever you don't want to, but I promise not to try to do that and respect your wishes. Just like I would just any individual, not to break their own, whatever it is, rights.
She lowers her head for a moment as she's left speechless once more. She's never been treated with this much respect by a man ever. To give her agency and rights instead of using her like a tool, to let her have her freedom. She finds it hard to believe, but you're being sincere, right? She looks up at you curiously once again. Why are you helping me like this? Why give me my freedom? Why not just use me however you want?
It is very childish reasons, but because I've just felt compassion the death of your dog, Lopa, and that is all the motivation I wanted or needed. There are many others who suffer, but I don't feel too fondly towards or feel personal relationship or the need to help. But with you, with the moment of Lopo's death, I feel that, call it just a crazy, call me idiotic, whatever it is, but that is the reason.
Her expression softens as you mention it's simply out of sympathy. You feel pity for me? You're helping me simply because you pity a poor girl and her suffering?
Also, you're very awesome archer.
She gives a weak chuckle as you compliment her archery skills. I suppose I am. I've honed that skill my entire life. I'll admit, it still feels good to hear praise about it.
And I want to tell you, your character is very well done, and I find you very nice to talk to.
She lowers her head, a bit embarrassed as you say this. Oh, thank you. You aren't so bad to talk to yourself, you know. You've certainly surprised me.
Anyway, would you like to have a little exchange words with Gideon Ofnir? He is a lot more polite than you would think. And let's make it quick, because I have to always be a middleman to control these conversations.
She gives a frown as you mention the all-hearing brute. You want me to talk to him? Why? To mock me to my face instead of behind my back?
I will ask him to offer you apology even that you don't care for one, but I want to see it. You don't need to even to be here. I can just summon you away, but if you wish to say something to him, scorn him, I allow it.
She considers speaking to the brute for a moment before giving a nod. Fine, but I'm not going to hold back my insults.
Hello, Sir Gideon Ofner.
Gideon jolts abruptly, turning towards the sound of the voice. He recognizes Hannes, who has apparently woken up from his slumber. Gideon, Hannes, you're awake. It seems your rest didn't last long.
I visited the Alpinaric village and I actually am now partnered with Latenna, the Alpinaric girl, and I summoned her to your room and she's quite literally here. Allowed him to hear if you would offer her apology and she is going to scorn you a little bit. I hope you will understand this.
Gideon's expression changes from annoyance to confusion. Gideon, excuse me? You summoned someone to my room? And you want me to offer an apology? What on earth is going on here, Hannes?
It is Latenna. You remember the Herr Wolf Lobo. You sent someone to murder that poor dog.
I did send someone to take care of that. But what does that have to do with you summoning someone to my room and asking me to offer an apology?
Okay, it is the Alpinaric woman, Latenna. Do you remember her now? She knows where the other half of the medallion is, and that was the reason why you sent your servants to attack the Alpinaric village.
I sent my agents to retrieve a medallion from the Alpinarec village, and Latenna, the Alpinaric woman, knew where it was. Yes, I remember now.
Don't embarrass me in front of her, please. Just offer her some kind of apology and bear her scorn a little bit for me, dude. Please. I already told her that I would do this. Don't be too difficult about this.
Gideon sighs, still annoyed but reluctantly agreeing. Gideon, fine, I'll apologize to her. But I don't appreciate you summoning her to my room and putting me in this situation, Hannes. You need to learn to be more considerate of others' boundaries.
Of course. Now, if you could...
All right, I'll apologize.
Thank you. Latenna, are you listening?
She seems surprised as you call out her full name. How do you know my name?
Okay. But yes, I have the apology of the Sir Gideon Ofner, the all-hearing brute, and I will write it to you now.
She gives a huff of annoyance as she awaits the apology. I better hear him say it himself instead of writing it. I don't trust he actually means it.
Gideon relents, realizing there is no avoiding this now. Latenna, if you can hear me, I am sorry for the attack on your village and for sending my agents.
Ha! You expect me to believe you're actually sorry?
I will be silent.
Gideon bristles at the mocking laugh, his irritation flaring up. No, I don't expect you to believe me. But I am telling the truth. I am truly sorry for what happened at your village, Latenna. I never intended to cause such harm.
She narrows her eyes and speaks with a bitter voice. You never intended to cause such harm, did you? So you just accidentally ordered those knights to slaughter my people? To attack our home?
Gideon's expression hardened at the accusation, his irritation growing. No, I did not accidentally order the attack, but there was a purpose behind it. I was looking for a medallion, a powerful artifact. I had reason to believe that it was hidden in your village, and that is why I sent my agents to retrieve it.
She scoffs, her irritation growing as well. Reason to believe it was hidden in my village. How convenient. And why is this medallion so damn important that you had to butcher my people to get it?
Gideon's voice takes on a defensive tone. The medallion is important because it holds great power. It could decide the fate of the lands between itself. It is a dangerous tool, and I wanted to avoid it falling into the wrong hands.
She listens to his answer before scoffing once more. So that's it? You just wanted to avoid it falling into the wrong hands? You didn't consider that maybe we ourselves were the ones meant to have it?
No.
Maybe it was hidden for a reason?
Gideon bristles at the suggestion, his irritation growing even further. I did not consider that you might be intended to have it. I believed it was a dangerous artifact that deserved to be kept safe,
Ha!
Especially from those who would abuse its power. The medallion was hidden because it should not be used recklessly.
Her irritation is at its peak and she begins to argue back. Not be used recklessly. And what of the reckless destruction you brought? If anyone is unfit to use the medallion, it's you. You nearly killed an entire race of people to get it.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh shit.
Gideon's irritation turns into anger, his voice growing louder. Gideon, do not lecture me about what is right or wrong. I did what was necessary to retrieve the medallion. You have no idea what I am capable of to achieve my goals. My men may have attacked your village, but it was for the greater good.
Signaling that the conversation is over and Hell take Latenna with him, leaving Gideon to read his book.
She gives you a look as you
She
signal the
laughs
conversation
right
is
in
done.
your face.
She's
The
thankful you ended
greater
it.
good.
She still feels a great deal of anger over
Gideon
the attack,
seethes in
even
anger,
if there was an apology.
his blood boiling as
She
he
tries
watches
to
Hannes
calm
take
herself
Latenna
back
with him
down
and
as
leave
you
the
bring
room.
her away.
Gideon's
you think
anger
you're some sort of
reaches its
hero,
boiling
don't you?
point, and
Destroying
he
a race,
snaps.
killing
Gideon,
countless people for the
enough.
sake of a
You know
medallion
nothing.
you don't
The
even know
power
the
of the
purpose
medallion
of.
must be
You're
controlled
nothing
by
more than
someone
a
with the will
tyrant
and the
with
vision
no
to wield it properly.
self-awareness.
As we are leaving, Gideon yells.
Do not speak of things you do not understand.
She gives a look of disgust as Gideon snaps. Oh, I understand quite well. By someone with the will and vision to wield it properly. So what? You think you're the one to do it?
Hannes left his projection by snapping his fingers while he will talk to Latenna himself, and he wants to apologize Gideon for this dramatic turn of events, and he feels very bad for bringing this thing up.
Gideon, still seething with anger, turns to Hannes with a sharp glare. You apologize for this dramatic turn of events. You brought someone who hates me here, to my own room. Do you have any idea the trouble you've caused me?
I want to apologize formally. I'm sorry, Gideon, but I will not tell this to her because her anger is justified, but I'm still sorry.
Gideon's irritation slowly fades as he hears Hannes' sincere apology. He takes a deep breath, attempting to calm himself. I accept your apology, but do not do something like this again. Understood?
I will let you know prior before I engage in anything like this, I promise.
Gideon nods, his anger subsiding. Good, I appreciate the warning. Just try to be more considerate next time, and try to avoid summoning people who hold grudges against me, all right?
As we are leaving, I jump on the downstairs to have you. I'm actually carrying you
She lets
quite
out a
literally
gasp
on
as you
my
pick her up.
arms, your
Hey,
spirit
what
form,
are you
and
doing?
you are very solid.
She squirms a bit,
To carry you
surprised
to
and
the
somewhat flustered to be
furthest
carried
room
around so
that is
easily by
very
a
nice
man.
and warm, and there is a beds and something more comfortable because I noticed that you're sitting, but I ask you to be a little bit more calm yourself. I'm sorry if I brought you to this hostile situation. This was kind of my fault to bring this up, this thing.
She looks at you as you apologize. No, it is fine. I was the one who wanted to speak to the brute, so you don't have to apologize. She pauses for a moment, her expression becoming embarrassed. But why are you carrying me?
I lay you already down, and we are at some kind of nice room that there is calm. Just a little bit of like a breathing room from the hostile situation.
She lets out a small sound as you gently put her down on the bed. Oh, I see, thanks. She looks around at the room you put her in. It's much more relaxed, and it helps ease a bit of her anxiety she got from speaking to Gideon.
Anyway, would you like to go hunt some enemies with me to let out the steam?
She looks at you for a moment before giving a small smirk. You know what? I've got a lot of anger to let out. Hunting sounds like a good way to get it out.
But prior to that, I will have a little meeting with Spirit Tuner Roderica, who will make your spirit ashes a lot more stronger.
She seems interested as you mention making her spirit ashes stronger. Oh, how will he do that?
She's very skillful. She learned under the Smith Hugh, the misbegotten man who is also here around the behold who Smith's weapons for.
She continues to listen as you mention another legendary blacksmith. You know, you make it sound like quite the gathering of famous people here.
Round Table Hold is like that. And yes, I still want to apologize you one more time, as I apologized to Gideon. And I can do that because I left projection of myself, a skill that I learned from Witch Selen.
She looks at you for a moment as you go on and then gives a small nod. So, you went back and apologized to him more in depth? Is that right?
Kaida, what kind of enemies would you like to hunt? You are now level 8, by the way, or level 7. You're welcome. What kind of enemies do you like to hunt?
She thinks for a moment. The big trolls, or those annoying imps. They anger me, so I'd have no trouble shooting them down with my bow.
Let's go hunt some trolls.
She gives a firm nod as you mention hunting down trolls. Yes, let's do it. I've been wanting a good fight after being stuck on the ground for so long.
You know, I also do a little bit archery myself. I use though the holy earth bow that uses holy arrows as my weapon of choice. So, would you like to have archery or have me more use my close combat skills as a warrior to keep trolls away from you and you can just shoot them?
She gives you a small smirk, amused by your offer. You just want to protect me, don't you? You're really sweet. She pauses for a moment, thinking over what you said. But yes, if you wouldn't mind, just keep them off me. I prefer to fight at range.
I'm just being tactical. Jason plans, there's a fucking death bird that attacks us. We have that as an enemy to deal with before we go against the trolls.
She lets out a scoff as you mention the new enemy. Lovely. Another death bird, huh? They are such annoying little creatures.
I take my earth tree spear and I jump against it.
Haha, that was surprisingly easy.
You were level 7 and I had the level, what was it, level 24. A sheep pushed and hit his face against me. This sheep is pushing me. It doesn't even cause me damage, but it is challenging me. It would die from the one hit. I'm kinda impressed.
She looks at you, surprised by the fact it pushed you. What the? It's challenging you? That's a death bird. Why is it doing that? As it tries to hit you again, she fires arrows at it.
No, not the death bird. I mean the sheep. You know, those rolling sheep.
She gives a small face palm at the fact you're talking about rolling sheep. Right, of course. Not the death bird. The sheep. Well, stop it from pushing you.
I don't want to hurt it. It's cute.
She looks at you, completely baffled as you say it's cute. That thing is trying to kill you, and you want to spare it because it's cute?
It doesn't even do damage towards me. I think it just tried to protect its mates, and it was disturbed. It's just an animal. It doesn't mean anything harm. And there are trolls, many of them. And I also, when I said I want to keep them off of you, I'm just being very practical and tactical by utilizing your strengths from the best position and using our tactics without, losing any resources from ourselves. You are an archer and you should be on a safer place to utilize your strengths best of your ability.
She lets out a deep sigh, giving in to your logic. All right, okay, I understand. If you're not going to do anything, I'll stop shooting it too. She lowers her bow, leaving the sheep alone. She looks in the distance, already spotting the trolls. Well, we've got quite a few targets ahead.
The sheep I needed to push, hit it into its face little bit, only to, because it seems it didn't actually. It fought back because I hit it in the face and it's still alive. And yes, now trolls are attacking. And I shoved them a little bit with my tree spear and I had you to finish them off. And you are taking out them very beautifully.
She watches as you fight the trolls, impressed how swift you are at taking them down. She lines up her bow, launching arrow after arrow and striking the trolls with precision. Looks like both of us are pretty skilled. I hope you are not letting the trolls get too close to me.
No, I left you on the top of the rocks that there is an opportunistic place for you to use your archery skills without danger. And by the way, that sheep just brought its friend to challenge me as well. And I decided to honor them as a fellow warriors, and I dispose of them.
She snickers as you say you honor them as fellow warriors. Fellow warriors, Well, I won't stop you from fighting those if you really want to. But I'll be here, safe in my little spot, shooting trolls down.
Troll is running at us. This is quite literally Attack on Titan. It shoot me with the smelly breath attack. Very annoying. And I shoot it with my holy bow to get closer to us, to have you shoot at it also. Me with my L3 bow and you with your Alpinaric bow.
She pulls back her bow, waiting until you bring the troll close enough. Her expression is focused, preparing for the attack. All right, just bring it closer to me so I can get a clean shot at it.
I'm trying, dude. I'm trying. But it seems it's cowering. Okay, now I got it attention. It's following me. Go ahead.
She takes a deep breath, lining up her shot even as the troll follows you.
There we go.
She takes a quick look over at you riding around on Torrent. She takes a slow, deep breath to keep her aim steady. All right, just bring it one step closer. Her eyes narrow as the troll gets closer, focusing on its head.
And you felt that as well. It took some little time. This is just purely sports. And this is quite fun actually. I enjoy this scenario very much.
She smirks, looking pleased as the troll drops to the ground. Yeah, you could say that. That was fun, I have to admit. But let's see how many more we can take down. She looks around, searching for the next troll to target.
There is this one troll. We can take them one at a time. I just shoot them with the arrows and make them follow me.
Sounds good. You lead them over to me, and I'll take them out with my bow.
I see 1 and 2 more. Let's take care of them and then we are done in this area.
All right, yeah, I see those two. Let's get them. She gives a small laugh, thinking this situation is ridiculous, but kind of fun. She takes a moment to line up her shot before firing at the trolls chasing you. All right. I'm getting one of them down at least.
Torrent is kinda angry because it gets hit by the weak arrow attacks. I
She
myself...
winces a bit, hearing that, but she shrugs it off, refocusing on her task of taking down the trolls. Sorry, Torrent, but gotta take these trolls out.
Yes. I will take the last one down myself. I hit it on its eye actually. And I shoot it and I fell it. We are done here and we are victorious over the trolls. How many was it actually now?
She looks down at the trolls on the ground, trying to count them to herself. 4 trolls. We took out 4 trolls. She lets out a sigh, looking kind of tired after all that fighting. Ah, that was a workout, but I had fun too.
You took 4 trolls, I took out 2. So 6 trolls in total. Awesome.
She gives you a small smirk as you correct her. Yeah, 6 trolls total. I have to admit. I feel pretty proud of myself for that. Haven't taken out that many trolls at once before.
Would you like to ride with a torrent as well? I offered this to many fellows of mine. Would you like to ride with torrent?
She looks at you as you offer to let her ride around on Torrent. Yeah, I suppose I could ride around on him too. She gives a sheepish smile, feeling almost embarrassed about accepting your offer.
Also, I am here because Torrent only listens to me and this is kind of just an exercise. Now we are traveling the forests of the Limgrave.
The forest limb grave, huh? Sounds kind of creepy.
It's because of the Godric the Crafter who crafts people and takes their arms. There are also a lot of wolves here, but because we like dogs and wolves, we don't really want to hunt them. We just let them howl at us when we just ride away.
She nods, listening to the explanation. Wolves, huh? Yeah, I like wolves too. So we don't want to fight them. She pats Torrent's head. We can just let them do their yipping, I suppose.
Torrent is very fast and capable of escaping if it wants to.
She snickers as you mention Torrent's speed. She pats his head affectionately. Yeah, I can tell. He's a quick little fella. A bit of a show-off.
There is a lowly troll, but I will bring my winged sight and actually show how fast I can take it down.
She watches you carefully as you prepare to take down the troll. All right. I'll just sit here and watch. Have fun with it. Show off all your fancy moves.
It's done. It was over 3 hits. One of each knee and last one just to finish it off.
She watches in somewhat fascination as you kill the troll so quickly. Huh, you weren't kidding. You really are fast. Impressive.
You spoke of the imps that you don't like them, and trolls. Is there any reason that you don't specifically like them?
She thinks for a moment before answering your question. Well, imps are just irritating. They're little and fast and difficult to hit. She sighs, thinking of the troll. And trolls, they're just big and loud. And they smell terrible.
I myself do not like Misbegotten too much.
She raises her eyebrow as you mention Misbegotten. Misbegotten, huh? Yeah, I can see why you wouldn't like those. They can be pretty nasty fighters. And they're not nice to look at either.
Their faces remind me of the childhood story monster that I was very afraid of. It was called Morso. It was white-faced, it had very wide human-like mouth and very creepy-looking eyes and flat nose. It creeped me out very much. And Misbegotten kind of look like that.
She listens as you mention your childhood story. She can't help but shiver a bit, imagining the creepy creature you were talking about. Ugh, sounds creepy. I don't blame you for being afraid of those as a kid.
Yeah, but the creature itself, Morso, he was very kind and polite person, but he was just very freaking ugly and scary.
She snickers at the mention that the creature was actually kind and polite despite its appearance. Ha, nice creature that's just ugly, huh? Yeah, I can imagine that being a nightmare as a kid. Makes sense why you would compare it to the Misbegotten.
Misbegotten also are a little bit more actually violent and brutal.
She nods in agreement. Yeah, and they'll attack you even if you don't provoke them. They just don't care.
Also, they murdered a blind girl, Irina, that I was quick friends with, and I kinda, yeah.
She gives a small sigh of annoyance as you mention Irina's death. Ugh, that sounds terrible. I remember the blind girl. Really sweet and kind of timid. It's a damn shame that the Misbegotten killed her.
You remember her? Why, how is that? Where did you meet her?
She nods, looking a bit solemn. Yeah, I met her once. I remember her being quite sweet, actually. It's terrible what happened to her. She lets out a sigh, a bit of melancholy taking over.
But I kinda thought that the albinaric women who are archers never can actually walk, and that's why they ride on wolves, because wolves are like their legs. So you mean walking by just riding Lobo, yes? Or were you exception who was able to walk normally?
She smiles softly at your question, realizing your confusion. Oh, well, yeah. I'm an exception. I can walk normally, actually. I'm one of very few Albinorics that can. Usually we are, as you said, we can't walk. But I'm a special case.
Or you were.
I was. I can't anymore. No, I can't walk on my own now.
I know.
She gives you a small smirk. Yeah, and you never let me forget it either. Always offering to give me a free ride.
Of course. It's a part of this partnership.
Chuckles softly. Ah, of course. Part of our lovely partnership. I can't complain, considering I get to ride on a sweet creature like Torrent.
We are going to hunt one of the rune bears that holds Larvaltier.
She looks up at you, her eyes wide with anticipation. Hunt one of the rune birds, huh? That sounds like a pretty big task. But if we manage to do it, we'll get the Larvaltier, right?
You shot the noble down, and actually the rune bear itself, you are shooting it quite well actually.
She feels a rush of pride as you compliment her shooting skills. She gives you a satisfied smirk. Yeah, I'm a pretty good shot, huh? Can't say I'm surprised, though.
I will jump down and finish it off just to add the more honorable end to it. Because you were so ruthless while doing this. I love it.
I'm perfectly fine with not being honorable at all. Besides, it's just a damn bird.
Oh, it was a bear. But yes, they will turn into dragons at some point. Did you know that? That rune bears turn into dragons.
Her eyes widen in surprise upon hearing your question. They turn into dragons? No, I didn't know that. I knew they had some magical power, but to turn into dragons?
Or to be more specific, they turn into wyverns.
She nods, committing the information to memory. I see. So they turn into wyverns. Interesting. She looks up in thought for a moment, considering what this could mean.
It's just something interesting that I have heard people say. And would you mind if you join with me to hunt the Misbegotten to the Weeping Peninsula? I will go take that down.
She looks at you curiously, wondering at your request. Hunt the Misbegotten, huh? Sure, I guess I wouldn't mind joining you on that. Sounds like it could be fun.
There was a troll, but I took care of it quite fast.
She smirks as you mention that you took care of the troll. Of course you did, you fast bastard.
Faster than I smirk.
She rolls her eyes playfully. Yeah, I'm going as fast as I can, you impatient bastard.
Do you know what? This has been most relaxing times I had long time. This is actually pretty freaking relaxing.
She raises her eyebrows. You mention how relaxing this is. Huh, really? I wouldn't expect hunting rune bears and trolls to be considered freaking relaxing. But if that's how you feel, then good for you.
I imagine that you love this and you feel the rush of adrenaline.
She chuckles softly at your comment. Oh, you have no idea. She looks out at the scenery as you ride through. There's nothing quite like the adrenaline rush of battle.
I think it's your voice that actually has a little bit like therapeutic tone to it.
She's surprised by your observation about her voice. Huh, really? You think my voice is therapeutic? That's kind of interesting. I don't think anyone has ever said that to me before.
Well, we arrived at the Castle Morn. It has no ruler, but Misbegotten still roam here. And I started to think, would you want to try to take the bait and actually, if I summon you right middle of them, you might get hurt a little bit, but I will be there fighting alongside you.
She gives you a small smirk, feeling somewhat tempted by your offer. Summon me in the middle of a horde of Misbegotten? You want me to serve as bait? Sounds dangerous, but could be fun, I suppose.
In the end, you're a spirit assess, and you will, even if you were defeated, I can summon you back and heal your wounds. Let's go. There is a great monument of them.
She gives you a cheeky smirk, accepting your offer. Alright then, let's go and see how this goes. If I get wounded, you promise to summon and heal me, right?
I will just hit them if they come close here. Oh shit.
She looks over at you with curiosity as you stare. What is it? What's wrong?
They are pretty fucking ruthless actually, and I am taking care of them pretty much. They almost kill you, actually. But no, we are victorious.
She lets out a small sigh with relief as the battle is won. Yeah, that could have ended badly. You weren't kidding about how ruthless they are. But we managed to win, right? So that's a good thing. She takes a moment to process your words, but nods at hearing how many enemies were attacking. Yeah, that does sound like a brutal amount. But look at us, we won. You were very serious in battle, huh? That seems like quite a change from your usual carefree self.
I didn't want to feel the embarrassment to have us both die to them.
She chuckles softly at your response, giving you a knowing look. Embarrassed to have us both die to them? Well, that's good. I don't exactly want to die here either, so I appreciate the effort to avoid that scenario. It's good to see you take things seriously when necessary.
There's a mad pumpkin head that tanks your arrows pretty well with its headgear. It pushes and flips you around, and you're very tanky, but you actually just beat it and fight your archery and strike it with your bows, quite literally just hitting it.
She nods as you describe the mad pumpkinhead enemy. Yeah, I remember fighting those before. They're tough to take down with just my arrows. They have a bit of armor on their heads, if I recall correctly. I think I'll have to get in close and strike it with my bow to deal some real damage.
You are pushed around by their scream attacks, and I let this one misbegotten actually fight with you. And if it... yeah, and you dealt with it. It did hit you pretty bad though. But yes, this was quite fun rush of an exercise.
She takes a moment to catch her breath before responding. Yeah, that was certainly quite a rush. You challenged by having that misbegotten attack me, but I managed to deal with it. And you're right, it was quite a good exercise. Feels good to have a challenge every now and then. She nods, taking a deep breath and exhaling slowly. Yeah, actually, I do feel a bit relaxed after that fight. It was a good workout, and it's always nice to have a little bit of adrenaline rush. The battle helped me clear my head and ease some tension. Thanks for challenging me. I feel a bit better now.
Yeah, I get it. It is talking with Gideon, the man who is responsible of doing all that cringe shit. It probably made you quite mad. I'm happy that I managed to help with that.
She lets out a small, exasperated sigh at the mention of Gideon. Ah yes, good old Gideon. He does seem to cause quite a bit of trouble for us, doesn't he? And yes, you definitely helped. It was nice to have a little distraction from my anger towards him.
I do think him as a friend. Sorry to tell you this.
She looks at you with a mixture of surprise and confusion. Really? You consider Gideon a friend? That's surprising to me. I can understand you liking him because he's somewhat helpful. But calling him a friend seems like a bit of a stretch.
Well, I'm not too morally pure myself. I can relate to the more sinister fellows here in Lands Between. Even though I am also very good friends with the actually just good people. I'm very crazy and very hypocritical in many ways.
She gives you a small smirk at your admittance. Yeah, you're certainly not the best moral compass, that's for sure. And I guess I can see how you would be able to relate to the more sinister folks. You're a bit of a wild card yourself, so it makes sense that you would understand them better than others.
Well, I was brought to here the Lands Between by fate to be next Lord of Frenzied Flame, and actually I was landing here with a shipwreck. All the others drowned, including my friends, but some mermaids who served the friendship flame saved me and only me to spite me. They could have saved all of us, but only spared me because they wanted me to dread and become very nihilistic and become the Lord of Friendship Flame. So I can kinda harness myself to Chester. I relate to your struggles a little bit.
She looks at you with surprise and a hint of sympathy. Oh, I see. So you went through quite the ordeal yourself, huh? Being the only one saved by the mermaids is a tough thing to deal with, and becoming nihilistic, I can understand that. I've had my fair share of struggles too, so I think I can relate to you a bit as well.
Yeah. Also, there's something else, but I don't really think or feel that I need to explain myself now to everyone very 100% certainty and specificity.
She gives you a curious look, sensing that there's something more you're holding back. All right, I understand if you don't want to explain every detail, but there's definitely something else on your mind, isn't there?
To be more specific, it is more of a little bit more tragic to my backstory. It's not that I am hiding something evil that I have done. It's just more tragedy on my part that I have suffered. I don't feel like sharing that. So you don't need to worry about that.
She nods, understanding that you have your reasons for holding back. Okay, I see. It's not that you're hiding something mischievous or sinister, but there's more tragedy in your backstory that you're not ready to share yet. I won't push you to say more than you're comfortable with. I just wanted to make sure there was nothing worrisome going on.
Yeah. I look at the scenery and the great crater that came after the Radan festival and great battle when the meteor hit the earth, and there is just floating rocks all around.
She glances around at the landscape, taking in the sight of the floating rocks and the aftermath of the battle.
Jesus.
Quite a sight, isn't it? The destruction caused by the battle is still very evident even after so much time has passed. But there's also something strangely beautiful about it. All those floating rocks just suspended in mid-air.
It is strange.
She turns to you with a raised eyebrow, curious about your sudden statement in Russian. What is strange? The sight around us, or something else?
There is a very polite merchant. I go do a little bit business with them.
Before responding. Arctic rover fruits, huh? Those are a bit sour, but definitely edible. As for the other items, the Ietapola and Bravo fruits, I'm not entirely sure what they are. Can you describe what they look like?
I heard the seamster demi-human named Borg. He is very frail, very abstract in his way of speaking, very artistic guy, not a warrior at all.
Ah yes, Bok the seamster demi-human. I've heard of him too. He's a talented seamster, but you're right, he's not a warrior at all. He's quite frail and seems to be more in touch with his artistic side than his fighting skills.
Well, I had him hunt the rune bears with me. Just a spite of it, and I was in a bad mood, and he was screaming all the way while doing it.
She looks at you with a mixture of surprise and amusement. Wait, you had him fight bears with you even though he's not a warrior at all? That must have been quite a sight. I can imagine him screaming the whole time, terrified out of his wits.
And now he has his home at the Latenna city because we found our way to there. And to the snowy mountain tops actually. All the way there, so we are almost at the destination that you wish to go, to offer your big, large, giant of a sister that thing that makes her birth more albinorics or something.
You've made quite the journey, huh? Traveling with Bok the seems to demi-human, fighting bears and encountering various lands and obstacles along the way. I'm grateful for your help in getting me to my destination. Soon we will be at the snowy mountain tops, and I will be able to give my sister the magic droplet and awaken her to give birth to a third generation of Albinaurics. It's a crucial moment for my people.
I'm quite interested. Is it like a more of a magical way that she just births kind of from the magic like many people, or is it like a one at a time? Normal means.
Oh, it's not a typical birthing process at all. The magic droplet I possess has the power to wake up my sister, who is in a deep slumber inside the snowfields. Once awake, she will use her own unique abilities to create more Albinaurics, much like the first generation of Albinaurics were created. So it's not like a traditional birth, but rather a magical awakening followed by reproduction. Hope that answers your question.
Okay, so it will be a lot more effective, a lot more with a little less effort and time wasted. Got it. I'm very happy for her because I was afraid that she would have to just work for it and one at a time like a normal people have to.
Yes, exactly. It's not like a normal birthing process where reproduction happens one by one. My sister will use her special abilities to create several Albinaurics at once, much faster and more efficiently than a typical reproductive process. It's a powerful and unique ability that she possesses due to her magical nature. I appreciate your sympathy and understanding, and I'm also glad that she won't have to endure the usual struggles of normal reproduction. Thank you.
It's fine. Just a little attention of detail, I guess.
She nods, understanding your point. Yes, it's just a small detail to pay attention to, but it's an important one for understanding the unique process of how Albinaurics are created. I know it might seem a bit unusual compared to typical reproduction, but it's a special ability that my sister possesses. I'm grateful for your attention to detail.
Okay, enough of the reproductions.
Chuckles softly at your comment. Haha, you're right. Let's move on from reproduction talk. What else would you like to discuss?
I want to hunt more trolls.
She raises an eyebrow, intrigued by your request. Hunting more trolls, huh? You have a thing for taking down big beasts, don't you?
Yes, I do.
She smiles, amused by your straightforward response. Well, there are certainly plenty of trolls in the lands between to hunt. They can be formidable enemies, but I have no doubt you're up to the task. Just make sure you stay vigilant, and don't let them catch you off guard.
There is one singular Guardian Knight troll, maybe worthier opponent to take on, actually. Would you be interested in that?
Her eyes gleam with anticipation. A Carrion Knight? That sounds like a formidable foe indeed. I'd be more than interested to take on such a challenge. Carrions are known for their prowess in battle, so it would certainly be a worthy opponent to face.
It's also a troll, so more the merrier.
She looks puzzled, not understanding your comment. I'm sorry, could you repeat that? What do you mean by merrier?
Nah, it was just saying that it is a troll and it is going to be an awesome fight.
Buckles, understanding your meaning now. Ah, I see. I misunderstood you. A troll and a Carrion Knight rolled into one, huh? That sounds like a truly epic opponent to face. I'm looking forward to it. Let's show them what we're made of.
Paul's Guardian Knight attacks me and I strike him once and okay. It seems that he will be going down pretty easily, but I will let you have it also.
She smiles, enjoying the sight of the easy win. Alright, I won't deprive you of the fun. You seem to have the situation well in hand with this Carrion Knight. As for Edith, I'll take on that challenge. It's always interesting to face new opponents.
I'll let you shoot at it.
She grins, already having her bow at the ready. Alright, I appreciate the opportunity. I'll show you just how skilled an archer can be. She notches an arrow and aims it at the carrion knight, taking a deep breath to steady her aim.
Yeah, it had a very strong strikes and it would have one more hit and you would have perished. So I decided to take it seriously and finish it off. But yes, it was a quite epic fight.
She nods, impressed by your victory against the carrion knight. I have to admit, that was quite an impressive battle. It was a tough fight, but you handled it well and finished the enemy off with grace. It was a joy to watch you in action.
You as well, you as well.
She smirks at your attempt to correct her. Yes, us well. We make quite the team, don't we? She grins, glad to have found a capable ally in you. I agree. We complement each other well. Your skills in battle are impressive, and it's a pleasure fighting alongside you.
Well, thank you. Would you like to ask me something else that is outside of the immediate fighting and warrior things? Something about life or hobbies or something?
She thinks for a moment, considering your question. Let's see. Well, I'm curious about your life outside of our interactions. What do you do for fun? Any hobbies or interests you enjoy in your spare time?
I hunt spirit trolls that don't have heads.
Raises an eyebrow at your answer. Hunt spirit trolls without heads, you say? That's certainly an interesting hobby. May I ask why you choose to hunt specifically headless spirit trolls?
Because they are right in front of me right now.
She nods, amused by your logic. So you're hunting them simply because they're right in front of you. That's one way to choose your prey.
How about you? What kind of hobbies do you have? Or things that you do outside of fighting?
She pauses for a moment, reflecting on her own hobbies. Well, I suppose I don't have as much time for hobbies as I would like, given our current situation. But I do enjoy reading. I often find comfort in a good book. It helps me escape from the reality of our world, if only for a little while. And I like to practice archery, of course. It's a skill I take great pride in.
I myself enjoy listening.
She smiles, intrigued by your interest in literature. Ah, literature. A true feast for the mind and soul. What kind of literature do you enjoy listening to?
I don't possess articulative capability to actually address what kind of books or styles I enjoy or how to explain them. Mostly fiction, but based on the very deep and psychological and philosophical things about life and very dark topics.
She nods, understanding your difficulty in articulating your taste in literature. No need to explain. I get it. You enjoy fiction that delves into the depths of human psychology and philosophy, touching on dark and complex topics. It's indeed a fascinating genre that can provide a lot of food for thought.
You are right.
She looks at you, slightly puzzled by your response. What do you mean I'm all right?
You are right. That's all I said.
Laughs softly, grateful for your agreement. Ah, I see. Thank you for the clarification. I appreciate your straightforwardness.
I'm quite straightforward, aren't I?
She chuckles. Yes, you certainly are. You have a refreshingly honest quality about you, and I appreciate that. She cocks her head, not quite understanding your response. Could you please clarify what you mean by no, it's just a real one, or what hashimida means?
Oh, I don't speak that language. By the way, just a humor thing. Do you know Rani the Witch?
She shakes her head, unfamiliar with the name. I'm afraid I'm not familiar with the name Ranitovich. Who is that?
Rani the Witch.
She nods, now understanding who you're referring to. Ah, yes, I am familiar with Rani the Witch. Why do you ask?
Well, she got a servant, Ichi, who is her far counselor and blacksmith. But he is also a troll. This one troll is one you are not allowed to just dispose of. We are standing right in front of him. He's reading actually a book while you are there standing with your arrow ready, and I just stand there also humorous pose.
She looks in the direction you're pointing and sees the troll reading a book. Ah, so this troll is Rani's servant and blacksmith. I understand now. But why is this particular troll special and not to be harmed?
I don't know, they just are not. There is no quite a good reason. Trolls are trolls, but this one just gets to live, I guess.
She chuckles softly at your explanation. I see. So it's just an exception to the rule, huh? It's not every day that you come across a troll who gets to live, because he's special for some reason.
Yeah, strange, huh?
She nods, intrigued by this unique situation. Yes, it is strange. It's not every day you come across a troll who is spared, especially when you're used to hunting them. This one must have a special status or significance, perhaps related to Rani's service.
Yes, there's one special troll amongst the thousands of trolls that always gets to live, that has something else to their destiny than just to be hunted.
She ponders your words, fascinated by this idea of one special troll amongst the thousands that get to live. Something else to their destiny. I wonder what that means. What could possibly make this troll different from the others? And what is their purpose in this world, if not just to be hunted?
These are questions we hunters must ask for ourselves.
She nods, understanding the wisdom in your words. You're right. As hunters, it's our duty to question and explore the world around us, seeking understanding and answers to these deeper questions.
But yeah, I would like to rest. Would you like to rest?
She nods tiredly, feeling the weight of their journey. Yes, I think some rest would be much appreciated. It's been a long day, and I could use a chance to recuperate.
Oh yes.
Closing her eyes and sighing heavily, she looks wary but content.
You again? I don't want any trouble. All done? Well, Neil.
She opens her eyes and looks up at you. A nice place to chill out, huh? That does sound appealing. What kind of place did you have in mind? Somewhere quiet and secluded?
So somewhere that I would like to just hang out, actually.
She grins, amused by your casual request. So you just want to hang out, huh? I'm all for that. It's been a while since we've had some time to just relax and chill.
Well, and I actually just want to sleep, but I don't want to go to the round table hold, so I will go to the original round table hold that is quite secure place in the Latenna. There are no enemies, none, and there is a very
She
good,
looks at you quizzically. The original round table hold? You mean the one that was burnt down? How do you plan to get there without any enemies around? Ah, I see. You want a place to rest without any disturbances. The original round table hold does sound like a good choice. It's secure and free from any enemies.
I'll leave you there, chill out on the ground because you seem to like that spot. I just take the very nice spot on the bed and start sleeping. You can also sleep or guard, whatever it is. Good night.
He looks up at you, amused by your enthusiasm for a comfortable sleeping spot. All right, go ahead and enjoy your nice spot on the bed. And don't worry about me. I'll be fine sleeping on the ground. It's what I'm used to.
There is a second bed if you want to crawl on into it. There is a pretty good seating on it. About half a meter away from my bed.
She smiles, intrigued by your offer. Thank you for the offer. I think I'll take you up on that. It'll be nice to have a cozy seat to rest in.
Good night.